Quick steps to overcome overthinking and negative thoughts. Overthinking and negative thoughts can feel like an invisible weight, keeping you stuck in a loop of stress and self-doubt. Have you ever found yourself replaying conversations or worrying about what might happen, only to end up more frustrated and drained? You're not alone, and there are practical steps to help break free from this cycle. In this video, we'll cover simple, actionable techniques to manage overthinking and negative thoughts, especially tailored for beginners in mindfulness. You don't need any special skills or experience, just a willingness to try. By the end, you'll have a toolbox of strategies to think more clearly and feel more at peace. Let's get started. Before we dive into solutions, let's first understand what overthinking and negative thoughts are, and why they can take such a strong hold on us. Overthinking is when your mind gets stuck in repetitive thought patterns that don't lead to helpful outcomes. Maybe it's replaying past mistakes or worrying about potential what-if scenarios. While thinking itself is natural, overthinking is like a malfunctioning remote control that can't stop replaying the same scene. Negative thoughts, on the other hand, are those discouraging, self-critical, or fear-driven ideas that creep in during overthinking episodes. You might think, "I'm not good enough," or "What if I fail again?" Left unchecked, these thoughts can lower your confidence and make it even harder to focus on solutions. The combination of overthinking and negativity creates a mental loop, keeping you stressed, stuck, and unsure of how to move forward. But breaking this cycle is very possible when you start with one essential step: awareness. Awareness is the foundation for overcoming overthinking and managing negative thoughts. It's essentially learning to notice when your thoughts are spiraling, instead of letting them take over your whole day. Here's the truth. Most of us operate on autopilot when it comes to thoughts. We don't even realize when we're stuck in an internal loop until it leaves us feeling overwhelmed. That's why becoming consciously aware of your thoughts is so powerful. It puts you back in the driver's seat. To start building awareness, try this simple habit. Whenever you notice yourself caught up in repetitive or unkind thoughts, say to yourself, "I notice I'm overthinking." This small phrase acts like a gentle nudge, reminding you to step back and observe what's happening in your mind, rather than being swept away by it. The key here is to avoid judging yourself. Overthinking doesn't mean you're failing or doing something wrong. It's just a mental habit your brain has formed over time. Treat your mind like a noisy room where you can step outside for a moment to observe. You're not trying to silence all your thoughts, but rather detach from the ones that aren't helping. Once you've built some self-awareness, the next step is learning how to ground yourself when your thoughts start to spiral. Grounding techniques are simple tools you can use to focus on the present moment. When you overthink, your brain is typically stuck dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Grounding helps you come back to right now, where you can actually regain control of your thoughts. Let's start with one of the easiest and most effective grounding tools: deep breathing. Why does this work? Because when you slow your breathing, you signal to your brain that you're safe, which helps reduce stress and overactive thoughts almost instantly. Try this. Take a deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for 4, and then slowly exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat this 3 or 4 times. The slower exhale activates your relaxation system, calming both your body and your mind. Another quick grounding technique is to intentionally focus on your senses. Look around and name 3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, and 1 thing you can touch. You could also notice the temperature of the air in the room, or the texture of an object near you. This method works because it interrupts your overthinking by redirecting your attention to the present moment. You can't get bogged down in spiraling thoughts when you're fully tuned into what's happening around you. A body scan is a simple mindfulness exercise that brings your attention to the physical sensations in your body. You can do this anywhere, sitting in a chair or even lying on your bed. Start by focusing on your toes, noticing how they feel. Work your way slowly up through your feet, legs, torso, arms, and finally the top of your head. Pay attention to sensations like warmth, tension, or pressure. This practice not only distracts you from overthinking, but also helps release physical stress that could be contributing to your mental tension. Grounding techniques are incredibly effective because they anchor your thoughts in reality, allowing you to reset and regain clarity. Now let's address those pesky negative thoughts. These can often feel like cold, hard facts, but most of the time they're assumptions or doubts, not truths. The key to managing them is learning how to question and reframe them. The next time a negative thought pops up, ask yourself, is this thought really true? Do I have evidence to believe this, or am I making an assumption? What's a more balanced way I could think about this? For example, if you think, I'll never achieve anything, pause and challenge that thought. Is it really never, or have you had successes in the past, big or small? Often, negative thoughts lose much of their intensity when you take a moment to question them. Once you've questioned the thought, try reshaping it into something more constructive. Instead of "I always fail," reframe it to "I've faced challenges before, but I'm learning from them." Reframing isn't about forcing blind optimism. It's about replacing self-critical beliefs with more compassionate truths. With practice, you'll find that even small shifts in perspective can make a big difference in how you feel. When overwhelm strikes, having a quick go-to exercise can help break the cycle of racing thoughts. One of my favorites is the 2-minute mindfulness reset. Here's how it works. Sit comfortably and take 3 deep breaths to calm yourself. Focus on 3 sounds you can hear around you, like the hum of a fan or birds chirping. Notice 2 physical sensations, like the feel of your clothing or the chair supporting you. Take 1 final deep breath and return to the present moment. This simple exercise fits into any busy schedule and provides instant relief when your thoughts feel overwhelming. Like any skill, managing overthinking and negative thoughts takes consistent practice. Start small by trying 1 technique at a time, maybe deep breathing today, or reframing a single negative thought tomorrow. Remember, you don't need to do this perfectly. Progress, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. The more you practice, the easier it will become to notice, disrupt, and replace unhelpful thought patterns. To recap, the 3 keys to overcoming overthinking and negative thoughts are: building awareness by noticing your thought spirals without judgment. Using grounding techniques like deep breathing, sensory engagement, or a body scan. Questioning and reframing negative thoughts into kinder, more constructive beliefs. These small steps lead to big changes over time. So, take a deep breath, try one of these techniques today, and start creating more space for peace and clarity in your mind. Which tip will you try first? Leave a comment below and share your progress. We are in this together. As always, thank you.